Hey guys, welcome back to the JCO channel. As the train passes by there, as you can hear, there's your player ratings video. Chelsea 1, Everton 1. I'm going to try and make this as quickly as possible because I don't feel like I'm in the mood to do a video, but gotta keep on the grind, people. I'm not going to let Chelsea ruin my grind for making videos. We start off with Tuchel. Look, at the end of the day, the lineup, he had no choice. Lukaku was out, Hudson-Odoi was out, Timo was out, Kai was out, all with COVID-19. Cover is not quite back yet. Kante, you didn't want to start him straight away as he just came back from injury. Chilwell's out. Yes, I understand. The lineup, he had to pick. We had no choice but to pick that lineup. My only issue with him today was the subs. I'm sorry, when you need a goal, I tweeted out, you bringing on Saul and Barkley, two players who just one doesn't suit the Premier League and the other takes donkey's years to move the ball. It's just no. When you need a goal, you don't bring on Saul, who is low on confidence, doesn't look like he suits the Premier League, doesn't look like he suits this system. It just doesn't look like it's working. So bringing on Saul, no. Big red flag. Barkley, I maybe understand it, but again, no. When you need a goal, you don't bring on Barkley. Barkley, that's all I have to say, fam. But I'm not going to go into him too much for today's result because the players out there were disgraceful. Some of the attackers disgraceful today. For that, I'm going to give him I'll give him a 6 for today because the lineup, yeah, it was fine, but the subs just bring it down a lot for me. So, yeah, move on to the back line. When I think about the first four players, I'm all giving them a 7. Mendy, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Azpilicueta. Neither of them done anything wrong today. Neither of them were at fault for the goal. They done their jobs tonight. When they needed to defend, they did. They handled counter-attacks. They handled the 1v1s that they were put in. Mendy commanded his area when he needed to. He was good on the ball when he needed to. Rudiger, beast as always, dealing with whoever came down that side. It was an easy day for him. It was an easy day for all three centre-backs today because Everton did nothing. All they had to do was be good on the ball. And I would say, in terms of progressing the ball, I think they were all good at it. When they needed to switch out the play, they done that very good. When they needed to play in between the lines, they done that, all of them. So I'm giving them all a 7. They were all solid. There's nothing much different between them. The fact that we're relying on Thiago Silva and Rudiger to score set pieces is just ridiculous at this point because the attackers need to step up. Well, you wait, guys, till I get to the midfield and the attackers. You wait. I might have another rant again. I don't know at this rate, but yeah, all of those guys get a 7 today. They done nothing wrong. They were good on the ball. They were a threat on set pieces, and they progressed the ball very well. And they dealt with counter attacks. They dealt with 1v1s. They dealt with any sort of danger Everton brought onto them, in my opinion. Simple as that. We move on now to the wing backs. Reece James today, I feel like he tried today. One of the only players today that tried. This guy is a wing back, for God's sake. He should have scored today. There was that chance he had early on, 5 minutes into the game. I don't know why he put that wide. I don't know how he put that wide. Sorry, he tried to be cheeky and put it around Jordan Pickford. It didn't quite work out. But the fact that again we're relying on him for goals. I know the wing backs are huge to the way we play, but Reece James should not be the one we rely on to score goals. For God's sake, he scored more goals than our attackers. But like I said, he tried today. He tried to put crosses in. He tried to have a shot at times today. He missed the target clearly in the first 5 minutes. But I'm not going to get onto him either because look, I think he played well. I think he played well today. He kept the ball ticking. He put good crosses in. He created chances for other players with set pieces and stuff like that. So yeah, fair play to Reece James. I'll give him a 7.5. We move on now to the other wing back, Marcus Alonso. Didn't think he was bad today. Yes, he went off, but we needed to score a goal, so he put Pulisic wing back, which is fair enough. But we needed a goal. He had to come off. But other than that, he was okay today. Marcos Alonso is not bad when he doesn't have to deal with teams who are good on the counter-attack, teams who are going to have the ball. When we're facing teams that are good on the ball, who are going to go on filthy counter-attacks, then Alonso's a struggle. But when we're on the ball most of the time, like at one point we had 81% of the ball in the first half, that's when Alonso's fine because he's on the ball most of the time. He doesn't have to deal with many things defensively off Everton, do you understand? So for that reason, he was okay today. I didn't think he offered enough going forward, in my opinion, like Reece James did. I don't think he threatened at all in that position going forward, but he kept the ball ticking, I guess, and yeah, I'd still sell him in the summer or January, whenever, but I'll give him a 6.5 for today. Move on to the midfield, Jorginho. I thought Jorginho kept the ball ticking. He was defensively sound. He was pretty much controlling that midfield all by himself today because the other guy was just a joke today. And I feel like he had a good game today, so I gotta give him credit where credit's due because Jorginho, for somebody who's had to play with an injury, somebody who's been without Kovacic, Kante, for somebody who Saul has not been good enough, Ruben has just declined over these last couple games. The more he's playing, the worse he's getting. But Jorginho just keeps on continuing on his individual performances at a high level as always. He kept the ball ticking. He was playing really good balls. He was finding good passes. He was ambitious with his passing as well. And defensively, he was solid as well, protecting that back three when he needed to. So yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna give Jorginho an 8 for today. He did play well. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, 5 today. So average, just average today. Just average today. Just average today. Yeah, he completed a couple dribbles at times, but I'm sorry, on the ball, this guy is so slow, man. And one thing I've mentioned as well, where's the shooting gone? The guy can't shoot anymore. You know, under Sarri, this guy could shoot, you know. This guy could shoot. This guy could strike a ball and put it in the back of the net, you know. Now, all of a sudden, yes, he had a massive injury, and I feel sorry for him that he had that massive injury when at a time where he was probably one of our best players in the team alongside Eden Hazard, you know. But since he's come back, since he's been playing, I've not seen the shooting. The guy just doesn't shoot anymore. He just can't. He can't either. So I don't know what it is with that. The passing is horrible as well. The passing's horrible. Yeah. When a man's running, yeah, and an Everton player has clearly blocked off that passing lane, he's still trying to pass it to the man. It's like, what are you doing? It's clear that the Everton man has just blocked off that pass that you wanted to play, but you still play it. What are you doing? So you can't pass a ball. Either work on that in the training ground. Work on your passing, Ruben, because it's not good enough at all. Defensively, you're just losing the ball and yet players skip past you. Yeah, committing silly fouls. I think one of the times where Jorginho, I think when Jorginho got a yellow card, that came off Ruben playing a stupid pass, and Jorginho got an unnecessary yellow. Instead of keeping the ball, instead of keeping it safe, if the pass is not on, keep it safe. That's what you should know as a footballer. Okay. If you want to play a pass that's ambitious, but you know, if you have any doubt that that pass might not work out and it could lead to something like a counter attack, play it safe. And that's what he should have done. And he didn't do that at times today. And I do rate sometimes the bravery, but sometimes the bravery has to stop and you have to just play it safe. And he didn't do that today. So for that reason, he's getting a 5 today. Just was not good enough. Just not good enough. Move on now to the front three. I'm sorry to say this. Starting off with Mason Mount. You know what? Mason Mount, he tried today. He's my man of the match today. He gets an 8.5 today. You know, despite... No, an 8. What? An 8.5? Am I mad? Am I okay? Over the 90 minutes, he wasn't the best player on the pitch. He was not. The best players on the pitch over the 90 minutes was probably Jorginho and Reece James today. So for that reason, I am going to give Mason Mount a 7 today. I just because he scored the goal. If he hadn't scored the goal, I probably would have given him like a 4 or 5. But the fact that he was the only one who was clinical at the right time, I'll give it to him. The fact that he missed that huge chance in the first half where he's literally through on goal, you can pick left or right, and you don't even look at the goal. You're just looking at the ball. Your head is down as if everyone's around you. You hit it. You panic and you hit it and you let Pickford save it. It's like, come on, Mason. You had so much time. You could have licked up, picked left or right, lifted it, not lifted it. It doesn't matter. You would have gone in. But you picked the worst side. So, yeah, that was a huge miss he made. But again, I'm going to give him a 7 as well because he tried. He worked his socks off on and off the ball. He's clearly the one who's trying to make things happen constantly. Him and Reece James down that right hand side trying to make things happen constantly. And I rate that for him. Putting crosses in, putting good deliveries in of set pieces as well. Allowing Rudiger and Thiago Silva to get onto them. So for that reason, despite overall having a poor performance, I will not have a go at him for the fact that he did work hard today. He did try to make things happen. Whether they got executed or not, which they didn't, except for the goal, then yeah. Whatever. He gets a 7. Move on now to Hakim Ziyech. You know what? I thought he had a better performance than Mason Mount, but I can't give him a high rating than Mount because Mount scored and he didn't. And the fact that for me today, he didn't create much. He didn't create many chances for himself. Maybe the first 20 minutes of the game, but other than that, he faded away as the game went on, in my opinion. He faded away. I like the fact that at the beginning of the game, you know, he was getting in between the lines, driving with the ball, finding himself space for other players, sort of linking it up at times with Pulisic as well. But yeah, though, just a joke. He didn't take his chances. He should have passed it. when he shot instead. There was a moment where he had the ball down the left hand side, bare space, and he shoots and it blazes over the bar when he could have just crossed it in. And he doesn't do that. Sometimes his decision making is so frustrating to watch and so frustrating to see. But yeah, Ziyech today, I'm gonna giving him a 5 because he didn't do enough in the final third for me. He didn't. And Pulisic today, anonymous, bro. Anonymous. Yes, at times he linked up the play. Yes, at times he held up the ball. Yes, at times he won fouls. Yes, at times he was combining with the players. Yes, but I didn't see any runs in behind. I didn't see him take a shot on goal. There was a time Ziyech dummied the player. He done really well there. Passed it to Pulisic, and Pulisic, you're flicking it. You're literally flicking it. Why are you flicking it? You're in a centre forwards position. Stop flicking it. Take a touch and shoot. Shoot properly, man. I'm so annoyed that he didn't, Ziyech didn't, Mount didn't. They just hold the team. Did not challenge Pickford enough today. He is shit, Pickford, and he got man of the match. We let dinosaur arms get man of the match today. Man of the match. Oh, fuck this, man. Honestly. Pulisic gets a 4 today. Poor. Not good enough, man. And as much as I love him, he's one of my favourite players. I love Pulisic. I love him. Yeah? I think his dribbling's insane. You know? I think he can link up the play. He has the ability to score goals. He does have the ability to score goals. He has shown he can score goals. But he just doesn't do it on a consistent basis. Now, whether that's due to inconsistency, injuries, etc., I don't know. But yeah. He gets a 4. Ziyech 5. Whatever. Move on to the subs. Chalobah, I'm not going to rate him. Didn't have enough time. What do you expect him to do? He's playing at centre-back. Aspie went off. It's clear that every time Aspie starts a game, eventually he's going to go off because he's getting older and older and older, and he could leave the club in the summer as well. There's another defender that could leave in the summer. Aspie quite alongside Rudiger. It is getting peak. Saul, if I'm not wrong, I think he was at fault for the goal. He was the closest to the man that scored. What's he doing? I've just seen somebody take a picture of him just after the game. What is going on? I don't understand. He's not good enough. He doesn't suit the Premier League. I don't know why he came on. He's low on confidence. So why did Tuchel bring him on? He didn't do really anything. I was seeing him playing centre forward. I was like, Tuchel, have you lost your mind? In fact, that's another reason why Tuchel will get a 6. He played him centre forward, fam. Bruv, when those two came on, it was all over the place. I was seeing Pulisic at left wing back and at striker. Then I was seeing Saul in midfield. Then at striker, then at the right wing, then I was seeing Barkley in the middle, at left wing. It was all over the place, I'm not going to lie. It was all over the place when those two came on. And they were both pathetic. They both did nothing. All they did was just slow the play down, and they just lost the ball even more. We even worse. We actually created less chances when they came on. Despite scoring after they came on, we created less chances after they came on. What does that tell you? So they both get a 4 because they did nothing. They didn't impact the game in any way whatsoever. So it is what it is. That is my player ratings, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your player ratings down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace.